Former President Trump says he will surrender to authorities in Georgia on Thursday. In the meantime, some of his 18 co-defendants indicted in the election interference case have already turned themselves in. John Eastman and Scott Graham Hall have surrendered to authorities at the Fulton County Jail. Eastman is an attorney who formerly worked for Trump, and Hall is an Atlanta area bail bondsman. Eastman criticized the charges levied against him outside of the jail earlier.
The attempt to criminalize our rights to such redress with this indictment will have, and is already having, profound consequences for our system of justice. I am confident that when the law is faithfully applied in this proceeding, all of my co-defendants and I will be fully vindicated.
All 19 defendants in the Georgia case have been ordered to turn themselves in by noon local time on Friday. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says there will be a, quote, hard lockdown of the area surrounding the jail on the day of Trump's surrender. Joining me now from Atlanta is CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion. Nikole, it's great to have you with us. Let's just start off with some of the other details that you're learning about Trump's expected surrender on Thursday, and what else are they doing in terms of preparation?
Yeah, well, again, as you mentioned, there will be a lockdown of this area, according to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. You know, we really haven't seen a huge ramp up in security just yet beyond, the sheriff's vehicle you see behind me. The media, of course, fenced in with these barricades. Not too far away, there are some signs warning the neighborhood of some street closures because we are kind of in a combination of an industrial area, but also a residential neighborhood. So there is signage alerting people, but certainly as we get closer to that Thursday date of the former president's surrender, we do expect things to tighten up significantly, much like what we saw outside of the Fulton County Courthouse. You'll recall there were some orange barricades set up around the courthouse. Streets were closed down, so we expect similar conditions here, but probably even more so given the expansive neighborhood that this jail is a part of.
And Nikole, how will the former president's appearance on Thursday differ from when he surrendered in other criminal cases against him? I know when I was down in Miami covering him, there was one area that was pretty open for the public if they wanted to go protest or just hang out and try to get a sight of him.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we are expecting potential protests or demonstrations when the former president surrenders, and some of his supporters have suggested that they may do something either, if not around that time, potentially around the arraignment, which right now the district attorney has proposed for the week of September 5th. But as I mentioned, this is an area that, of course, the jail itself is relatively secure, but it is an area unlike the courthouse where you're kind of in the middle of downtown surrounded by a lot of buildings. This is mostly a residential neighborhood, so exactly unclear at this point in time if there will be a designated area for demonstrators should they show up. But again, we certainly expect a lot of police presence, not just on the local level, but certainly on the federal as well.
And Nikole, any indication of a timeline for when other high-profile co-defendants may turn themselves in?
Well, one of the ones that we are watching for is Rudy Giuliani. He said on a radio program last week that he intended to surrender this week, although we have yet to learn whether or not he has an attorney here, whether or not his attorneys have met with the district attorney. We do know this morning that some new bond arrangements were made for other defendants in this case, including Sean Still and David Schaefer. Schaefer is important to note because he was the former head of the Republican Party here in Georgia and was involved in this alleged false elector scheme, including allegedly convening some of these alternative electors at the state capitol in Georgia back in December of 2020. So we know the terms of his bond have been arranged and agreed upon. So I would imagine, at least for those who have agreements in place, it's likely that they could surrender at any time.
All right, Nikole Killion, thank you so much.